You know, this bill is not just about human dignity for this portion of the immigrant population in our state. It's not just about integrating the undocumented immigrants in our state into society and by extension into our economy, which has worked fairly well for the dozen states and the District of Columbia that has already done this. It's about public safety. And if these members of our immigrant community are already on the roads and they're already operating motor vehicles, then why wouldn't we all want them licensed with vehicles that are registered and insured? And with all respect to our predecessor panel, it's an absolute falsehood that undocumented immigrants won't have access to car insurance, or that is a red herring. In fact, California actually subsidizes its low-cost insurance program and markets it specifically to this immigrant community in order to maintain, maintain some stability of rates and ensure that if there are accidents, that they're less likely to occur when drivers have been tested, when they've undergone the same requirements that we all had to go through to get our driver's licenses, and when they're not living in the shadows, and when they're not fearful of being deported when they're passing a police car on the road, which would make them act in an unsafe manner because of their nervousness. And finally, I would say, as a former sergeant in the Marine Corps whose MOS, military occupation, was intelligence, I know, and Madam Chair, I'm extremely appreciative of the opportunity to sponsor this bill with you, that national security was a paramount concern of the sponsors. And in fact, when undocumented immigrants are licensed, operating motor vehicles that are registered, insured, able to get to work by virtue of of having a driver's license issued to them, and paying taxes as a consequence of that fact, when they're integrated into our society and into our community and into our economy, our homeland security, our public safety will improve. And if bartenders can decipher the date of birth of the year in small print on our licenses, I trust that our TSA agents who are specially trained are going to see that federal limits may apply. And we're not the guinea pigs. I would have loved New Jersey to have been the first state to do this. I would have loved it. But we're not the guinea pigs. And in fact, we have a dozen other states and the District of Columbia where this has been tried and tested, and it's working, and it's better for the state as a whole. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee.